Are you tired of getting rejections when you apply to a job? On this video, I am going to give you 5 reasons why resumes get rejected and how you can minimize rejections to get a job faster. Now I'm going to count down from number 5 to number 1, which is the most common because there's a lot of misinformation, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I am a recruiter turned career coach. I still do recruiting. I want you to get that new job and to advance your career. So let's get started. Number 5 is a recent break in service. That means when recruiters see your resume and the last employment is 2022, 2021, or maybe even 2023, and there is no other employment after that, nor is there a reason on the resume to show what that person has been doing. What that does is raises question in the hiring manager's mind that this person's skills are not fresh. A person may have very good reasons of why they have an employment break. It could be because they just had a child, or raising children, or taking care of an elderly relative. What I recommend that you do is to volunteer, do freelance work or contract work to fill in that gap. And that way you fill in that gap easily, and it also shows that the hiring manager that your skills are fresh. Number 4 is poor spelling and grammar. I see that a lot in resumes, and I will tell you that many hiring managers, and I've worked with several of them, they will tell me once they open up a job that if you see an applicant who has spelling errors or grammar mistakes in their resume, they do not want to see that person. The reason is because the hiring managers don't know you. So first impressions are everything. So what it suggests is this person doesn't have good communication skills. Even though the job may require only 20-30% of it to write, they still will see that as a representation of the person's communication skills. What you want to do is when you compose your resume or make significant changes to it is run it through a spell checker and grammar checker to make sure it will catch any mistakes. Number 3 is providing misleading information on your resume. What I mean by that is if you put on your resume that you are in a current job and the recruiter reaches out to you, most likely that recruiter will talk to you about your current employment and will say something like, so you still work at X, Y, and Z company. And then this person says, and I've gotten this a lot, the person will say, well, I'm not there anymore. The recruiter will go, well, okay, when did you leave? And they can say over a year ago. And then the recruiter will ask, well, where are you working now? And they will say another company. So that raises 2 red flags. Number 1 is, why didn't this person update their resume if they have been gone over a year? It will suggest to the hiring manager that this person didn't think enough of the job to want to update their resume to make sure it's current and fresh. Because again, going back to first impression, hiring managers don't know you. They're going to err on the side of caution. And it also raises questions to them. And you want to erase any type of questions that the hiring managers may have about your resume. So if you have been gone for about 6 months and you have not updated your resume, that's fine. 3 to 6 months is fine. But anything approaching a year or over, your resume should be current because it represents you, and you want to be transparent in your candidacy, just like you expect the employer to be transparent about the job. Also, people give misleading information when it comes to their education or certifications. You want to make sure that your resume reflects what you actually possess. If you're in school and plan to get a degree or a certification, just put that that is in progress and when you expect to receive that certification or diploma. Number 2 is applying too late to jobs. If your job field right now is very competitive, so I would suggest to apply to jobs that's been posted within 3 days because it's very competitive. Now, if you're in a field where it's competitive, but there are plenty of jobs out there, then you should apply within 7 days. I would not go beyond 7 days if you see a date posted to apply to a job. What many recruiters do is once they have a candidate that's moving to the offer stage, they will start to reject the applicants that apply too late. So sometimes it has nothing to do with your background, it's because you did not apply in the time that was needed to be considered. But I want you to know how the process is so you can make sure you get your application and resume in on time. And number one, which is the most common reason why many applicants get rejected, is because they are not qualified. In a good job market, not the one that we're in right now, you can be 70 to 75% matched to the qualifications and still get a call from a recruiter or get an interview. But in today's job market, where it's really tight and tough, you need to be at least 90 to 95% qualified for the position. But I'm not even talking 70 to 75% that I'm seeing and what most recruiters see. We are seeing applications and resumes that come through that are 20%, 30%, 50% qualified for the job. That will most likely get you rejected because you have competition. And that competition matched the qualifications at a higher level. I have been a recruiter for over 15 years and been in HR for about 25 years. And I have recruited across many fields, including tech, engineering, healthcare, program management, cybersecurity. I have just about recruited for every industry and for every field. And this is across the board where I see the majority of the people who apply for the job. I would say about 80% are not qualified. So when you see that number on LinkedIn, if you go there to apply for a job and it says over 100 people have applied already, go ahead and apply if you are at least 90% qualified, because most of the people who apply to that job are not qualified. So these are the reasons why resumes get rejected. I hope this was helpful, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos on career advice and job leads.